And the Gigabyte Marines comp here, you know, that's the kind of comp you look at and you say, if we fall behind early against that, we're just gonna get run over completely. Like, they can push multiple lanes with the Z and the Galio and the other one. They have Kha'Zix always kind of sitting in the jungle between the lanes and catching whoever's trying to walk around to defend. It's a scary draft to play against when you are facing the Gigabyte Marines, who love to get these early leads.
Yeah, and who have been so proficient at doing it. They've been getting first blood almost every single time. And I think that G2 just needs to show some patience in the early game. They need to play safe. This is not a composition that must push the pace. Yes. You have Graves, who is a great farming jungler. Everyone scales pretty well and can play relatively safely in lane. So if they're able to do that, they'll be in a good spot. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, G2 will win every late game fight if you look at just the champions against each other. As long as you are not the 5-6K behind. It's on the Baron side, and you can see then if they actually jump over that Baron pit with the ward being placed. Optimus though on this Zed, we talked about him just before. He's a man to look at, because last game on the Blanc, he played horribly, didn't do anything. Now he's under pressure and he's going in though.
The ultimate dodges out the last 2 balls of that, but it's not going to be enough. Perkz throws down the damage and Trick is there.
Looking like this should just be their dragon. Trick may try to steal, but I don't think he can.
Oh, over the wall. Optimus is going to go into Trick now. There's the other exhaust they have. 2 in the game to keep the team alive. And now Optimus is in a bad spot. Still gets the Q off his shadow, and they are able to take down Archie. A 1-for-1 so far, as Optimus is the next to hit the ground. No, yes, it is. Stark now trying to get himself back over the wall. Forces the flash. And I don't know if there'll be a chase. Expect to have vision from the Scryer's Bloom, but they may be able to push mid here. Levi just trying to survey the jungle and make sure mid lane's still going to be clear. Optimus, they need to get him going. Now the ultimate, here comes Levi as well. Optimus makes it out of this one. They have dropped Perkz, and Trick is forced to walk towards the turret as Gigabyte Marines activate.
It's also going to be interesting to me to track if Perkz actually goes for the full completed Zhonya's, and I think this would be a good game for it. Yeah. A lot of players do like to just sit on Seekers, but they're diving on Perkz again.
Youmuu's hits the Perkz. Deathmark should do some damage, but obviously not going to take him down just yet. They want to try to get in. Optimus is forced to flash. Perkz does go down to the bottom to slay. And now it's Optimus is low with Archie and Levi. They are trying to limp out of this. Here comes Stark, the heroic entrance. Will they continue the fight? Is here to slay. A double kill for him. Levi alive, hops over the wall, and Expect is now trying to make it work for the team. Levi squeaks out of this. The volley isn't enough from Sven. And G2 is forced to turn on the 1 and 2 in favor of Gigabyte Marines.
Yeah, this time it's 2 kills for Gigabyte. They might not be done.
Pops him back to Satchel, actually gives Expect the distance he needs. It puts Stark in a bad spot. Slay is forced in, he's got the turret aggro. They're forced to get out of this one as G2 almost scrapes back a kill for themselves.
Oh, that was so close, but it looks like Gigabyte will still be able to finish off that tower, and they're going to come out big on this fight.
Because them stepping forward allows Gigabyte Marines to say, okay, let's go. This guy, no flash, we jump him, no Zhonya's yet, we can kill him. And they just strike instant, we know they will.
Oh. Dangerous spot, mission impossible here for Gigabyte Marines. They call in Stark as the ultimate is down. Optimus almost the same. He gets 1 more hit, and that's going to be a kill for Trick. They turn on to Stark, but that's a lot of HP in their face. Levi could be the next target.
Behind the turret, though.
Flash forward, alt Archie. And it's going to go for the fight onto Stark now. They're going to have to be careful how much damage they try to put onto him. Now Expect's going to go down. The focus isn't there for G2, and it could be turned around. Levi now around the side of Mithy and Perkz, and they are on the run.
And with Sven down, G2 didn't have the DPS to stay around for that fight. Slay is here, and this is looking like it'll be another turret with the wave coming in.
Instantly, the first 2 turrets of the game as we've installed out in the lanes with what seemed like favor of G2. Slay getting a little crazy now, and this is not what they want. He gets over the dragon! One left hit! Oh, Mithy does pick it up. Levi tries to get in to pick up Trick's HP, though.
Further into like the mid-game, early late game, then suddenly Gigabyte Marines just found openings to fight. They're finding another one.
Whoa, deleted. Trick gets himself back on the map without the HP that he needed. Arrow comes through, allows Mithy to get out here, but it is going to still be a hit. The taunt onto Perkz. Stark is gigantic, and he's delivering the kills on a silver platter for his team. Now onto Sven. These are going to be the hits from Archie and the rest of the team. With Stark finish it off, but Expect on the back line, also being the big man. Double kill for him. They may be able to turn this one around. Levi looking for one last shot. Hops on to Sven.
Retain some of this control and try to take back some of the map. Optimus looking for his
Youmuu's run. Oh, he actually doesn't take the first bit of damage. Decides to wait a second. Pulls back to his shadow. Should be okay. They come up with the kill. Very nicely done on the pop from Optimus and the play from Slay. Now they're on to Stark. He should be able to get himself out. Redemption gives him a nice heal, and Levi is right on the shoulder to pie in the face whoever gets on him.
G2 cannot chase because Levi is waiting there, and they're showing off this Zed combo with the Galio so well. I mean, this is such a crazy aggressive dive, but flashback to the gameplay, and then we'll see if we get to see Sven dive.
Smithy's going to read that one out just a little bit, but him being there can't do much. They're going to be able to get Baron 29 minutes in, uncontested due to their map control. Gigabyte Marines secure Baron.
You're actually catching some of the teams just above you, trying to make it into that top 4.
Yeah, Flash Wolves are at that same record. TSM are right around there too. I believe they're 3 and 4 right now. So a lot of teams are in the running for these final couple spots.
Gigabyte Marines says we are very much one of them. Out of the redemption, actually. Shot Slay misses the heal. They're going to be able to get this turret, though. As Stark just playing it safe, being a hero, gets himself and his team a little bit of help back towards the top side of the turrets. Top lane not pushing too fast. Flashes in. Optimus in a very scary spot here to start things off with the exhaust down. Draws a lot of abilities towards himself, though, so the team can try to get in safely. Archie goes down, but you've already lost Trick and Sven on the side of G2. Expect trying to pull back in on this one. The turret's down, and he's going to have to turn for home base as Gigabyte Marines open up G2's.
That's going to be the inhibitor. Perkz stepped forward into the Galio Q and went down, and they may try to end the game here. 31 minutes in. Ziggs kills these turrets so fast with the Lich Bane.
Spect gets Slay to go down. He's the damage on the turret they're looking for. Satchel's not used there, so the damage isn't going to come through. They are being thwarted off, and Expect is doing his damnedest to stop the damage. They stay alive for now.
It really does. Expect going way too far forward. He may just go down here.
That's one of those oopsies. I didn't want it to hit hooks. That's going to be Optimus going down on the other side of the fight, though. Archie in a bad spot. Dodges the end of the line, gets a blast cone out. Team will be Redemption. And they look for a different fight. Expect on the front line. Also gets a redemption from Middy. Sven holding off his damage quite a while. Trick and Sven not deciding what they want to do, but now the power 3 are together. There's a double kill for Perkz. This is the turnaround they were looking for. Stark in the eyes of G2, and they're going to wipe the team out with Baron spawning.
G2 is going to go straight for Baron. They get the ace, and Mindy flashing over the wall to land the exhaust on Levi so he could not take out the back line. Beautiful play from him, and G2 come up huge.
Are we watching a rerun? Gigabyte Marines last time were also beating G2 for such a long time, and then in the very end, they would lose fights, and suddenly they would lose Baron, they would fall behind, and we had a dead even game. The same thing is happening right now. Gigabyte Marines completely outplayed G2 for 50-20 minutes. Because Optimus went in, he obviously died. Okay, that is now the engage gone. Looking for Archie here. It won't hit him, won't hit that one either.
They are hungry, not giving up a moment. Levi gets caught up in the Stranglethorns. They're going to go grasping roots. They're going to get pushed back, though.
TP behind them, Riv.
This is going to be Stark. Stark's in play now, waiting for him to come up. How much damage does the team take before he can get there, though? Heroic entrance puts him up, and it gives the team enough time to see him and his engage. Cons 3. Perkz is out of the taunt, and they head back for Optimus, but they haven't been able to take down more than Archie, as Trick has also fallen. A little bit of a mismatch in damage on both sides. Optimus still on the back line, low. 300 HP between both Optimus and Slay. 600 altogether, I should say. And they are starting to back off. The targets that are in range to die just keep getting away. Seems like they will be pressured. I think they're going to be uncontested here for a second. Levi has taken the long way around. 26 seconds on start, 14 on to Trick. If they can hold them out here, get a little bit more time to push up these waves and stop G2's back to get the buy off of everything.
Oh, he's going.
They have just had. Mega Inferno Bomb is going to drop Perkz. A huge amount of damage. Mithy could be next, but it is Sven. Then Mithy. Now Expect as they have overstayed their welcome in Gigabyte's base.
And they're going to push top. They could actually get double inhibitor here, if not even. I mean, they don't have the wave mid, so they can't end the game, but they're going to look for 2 inhibitors.
Well,
Trick
yeah,
is down to the base.
They will definitely get 2 inhibs right now. Trick is trying to just kill the wave right now because those minions will, of course, set up a potential finish because it's 40 seconds still. Some of the carries on G2, but they have to wait for these slow minions. They're coming in now, though.
Still so long. This was a Baron up G2 trying to make a move down the mid lane. The inhibitor will fall. 20 seconds across the board. At 18. Having Slay up right now is huge. Heroic entrance to put the nail in the coffin as they look for the second Nexus turret. 40 minutes in. Gigabyte Marines turn on the afterburners and take down G2.
And G2 They got overconfident. They stay around too long. Levi slowing them down on the Kazakhs, poking them, and then the Ziggs ultimate coming in. They punished G2 so hard when G2 looked like they had finally taken control of the game.
That's always the problem when you fall so far down that when you try and make that comeback,